to Highly Questionable. Sitting in for Bomani Jones today, Pablo Torre. Like having him around. What's on the show today, Pablo?
We're going to talk about whether we should ever trust a guy who gets beaten up for money, about whether he's going to ever stop getting beaten up for money.
You sound super phlegmy. Vamos, papi.
Very.
Is that what you're wearing? Where's your respect?
Yeah, no respect for the brand.
For what?
Yeah, for the brand.
Are the Timberwolves smart to trust their promising young players to the butcher?
The butcher, Tom Thibodeau, he calls him the butcher because he says he looks like a butcher. They gave him, and he does look like a butcher, they gave him all the money and all the power in Minnesota, $11 million a year. He's got the Stan Van Gundy deal, so he's not going to have some of the management problems he had in Chicago. And so the short answer to this is yes, this is the best available guy. This is the best available job. A lot of young players, this works as a match.
Well, the best thing that ever happened to Tom Thibodeau is Fred Hoiberg in Chicago and then becoming a mess immediately after he leaves, missing the playoffs for the first time since 08 in Chicago. But to me, I'm thinking about, I have all these young players. I need a long-term focus. This guy is known for running guys literally, almost literally into the ground, you know, both orthopedically and otherwise. That would be my concern if I love those young players.
Well, that really doesn't surprise me. He used to be an assistant coach there.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
What is? Oh, look at that!
Whoa.
Oh, the hair days.
Tom Thibodeau had a mullet, had a lovely Jerry mullet.
Salad days for sexy Tom Thibodeau.
Wow.
Whoa.
That's no butcher.
That
maybe a butcher of hearts.
That is Saturday Night Fever right there.
Did the Browns actually do something smart by trading the second pick to the Eagles?
I think they did, which is a strange thing to say, but Paul DePodesta, the nerd that I guess identify with in this scenario, he follows the Bill Belichick school of drafting, right? You don't remember any of the great draft picks in that lottery that Bill Belichick has drafted. You remember the fact that he gets a lot of them routinely and then scans his net and brings a couple of good guys back in. That's what they did.
Yeah, they got a bunch of draft picks, but to say it's actually the smart thing is a little bit dangerous given that they are betting on RG3 now. They have said, hey, we're moving down a few spots, but we're not going to get one of the premier young quarterbacks. We're not going to have Hugh Jackson develop a young quarterback. They're all in on RG3 now. That's what just happened today, and that's obviously a little bit dangerous.
I would love the reaction, though, from inside the Los Angeles Rams brain trust when they realized that this smart genius dude just bailed completely, having at least one of the two great quarterbacks that they just moved up all the way to get.
So what? You identify with nerds?
Yes.
I mean, I guess.
Yes, he went to Harvard. All right, high five.
Oh,
you're a nerd. How should the NHL deal with Andrew Shaw appearing to yell the homophobic slur at an official?
Only three ways for hockey to make this show fight, a goaltender gets hit in the junk, or giant social commentary. So what happens last night in the penalty box is he starts throwing around in a rage slurs, and he's cursing, and he's banging his stick against the glass, and it becomes obvious what he's saying. And then he kind of made it worse afterward, and this is what he had to say. He's since apologized for it very profusely, but this is what he had to say in the emotion after the emotion.
Emotions are high. I don't know what's said, and like I said, I was obviously upset with the call, and being that late in the game, it doesn't give us a chance to tie it up.
That is how rage works sometimes. You don't control the things that you say, and that's the reason you're not going to be able to eradicate some of this behavior no matter how you punish it. But if you're interested in actually punishing it stiffly and trying the most to eradicate it, you suspend him.
Yeah, and by the way, his second apology was significantly better. He seemed to take responsibility, seemed to credit all of the groups who the NHL has worked with in terms of making this better. But listen, we're not here to police the cleanliness of this guy's soul. We're not trying to find out if he's a good guy or not. This is an HR workplace issue. And if you are trying to be a normal workplace, as sports tends to want to be these days with regard to equality and bigotry and so forth, you need to punish this harshly, because it makes no sense otherwise to say to your HR employee in your normal job, I'm only racist or bigoted or homophobic when I'm angry. That does not fly.
Do you believe Conor McGregor's retirement is genuine or just a ploy to get the UFC to give him more money?
So Conor McGregor is in Iceland training. He contacts Dana White. He doesn't want to show up to press stuff, his obligations for that fight. Dana White says that Conor McGregor will not be in UFC 200 and has no idea about his actual retirement. The thing with this is, Dan, that we have seen this from every professional fighter of note that we can imagine. This smells and reeks of Floyd Mayweather, not only in terms of the threatening retirement, maybe going through with retirement, but the challenge of trying to get as much money as possible, because that's what it comes down to here, is the inequity between the UFC, the corporation, and the fighters who are making way less than a Floyd Mayweather makes in boxing.
You've got a negotiation here, and he is making a big public stand as a colorful person who doesn't mind public fights and has made a living with public fights. He is basically challenging Dana White to pay him better as the star in the sport, in a sport where the fighters aren't paid as well as you might think. This is all ploy, and it's a great negotiation because Dana White needs him, but Dana White doesn't need him immediately, and that's the countermeasure on the leverage. All right, don't fight this time.
There is a danger, though, if Conor McGregor wants to become the freedom fighter, the guy who wants to organize and unionize UFC fighters. The thing about Dana White, though, is that if and when Conor McGregor comes back and wants to fight in the UFC, all of this will just become a very rich storyline to sell yet more Conor McGregor fights for Dana White.
So Conor is saying that he's going to retire to get more money? Gee, I should do the same thing with ESPN.
Threaten to retire. You should do that, actually.
You threaten
You've
to
got
go
a lot of
on strike
leverage.
now?
Yeah, you've got a lot of leverage.
That gave me hell of an idea now.
I mean, they can replace Bawani. They can replace me. There's one guy around here who can't be replaced.
Hey, John Skipper, I'm retiring right now.
What you got?
Right now.
Cash. What are you doing?
Well, you read the question. I'm retired until John Skipper brings me some money.
Okay, very
That's
good.
it. I went
Okay,
into
fair enough.
retirement now.
All right, did Padres manager Andy Green really deserve to get ejected after the umps reversed a balk call twice? He's already, I mean, this is leverage right here. Andy Green is his name, just learning that. Let's see what happened last night with the crazy manager of the Padres. All right, so they call a balk here, and it is a balk, and they send Andrew McCutchen home, and then they reverse their decision and decide to put Andrew McCutchen back on third base, and then they reverse their decision again when Clint Hurdle comes out and argues, and so the losing manager in these situations is going to flip out.
I sympathize with everything that happened with this manager because I don't think anybody really knows the rules of baseball. Like, they were using terms like disengagement from the rubber. Nobody has ever said those words in terms of actual conversation before, but this is how these things are settled. So no, I don't object to him getting very angry anyway.
No one's listening to you right now, and they're all doing what he's doing right
now. Ever
there. Yawning at your yammering because we've lost our star.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Yeah, 3 bulldozers, and there we have a knockout situation, and that one bulldozer is rising up on its hind wheels to celebrate its triumph.
My Son's TV show is brought to you by Norwegian Cruise Line. Feel free. Okay, I'm ready to go.
All right, great.
Do you question if this hack was too ambitious?
Oh, wow, and with renewed energy.
Why did I need to pay him, though?
And an enthusiasm we haven't seen from him around here in a while. Let's see, Harry the Hawk, what's he got going on? Let's see.
Ah, right, the mascot.
There he is.
Mascot, Harry.
What's he doing? He's
Teetering
walking on
precariously,
he's
doing
going to
some
fall down,
man-on-wire stuff.
Oh,
of course.
There it is.
Of course.
Yes.
And we've met our quota for groin shot video of the day.
Wait a minute. Are we sure that he didn't mean to do that, though? Because mascots sometimes do that on purpose.
You think that was a mascot pratfall?
Yes. No, we don't know. Well, I question the sincerity of that junk pain.
Well, Harry is not as ambitious as Bernie, though.
Oh, Bernie, the Heat
That's
mascot.
right.
Yeah, earlier this year. There it is. Bang! There it is. Yes, and there is the Carnival Cruise Line demon.
What are you?
Yeah, it's a demon of some
Is that
sort.
a hammerhead shark?
No, I got in trouble for calling him a demon. He's the happy mascot for Carnival Cruise Line.
Do you question whether these skills will transfer to the ring?
Skill set is, I think, what my father said, although you can never be sure about these things. Let's see what happened. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that will transfer, although you won't need to be fighting blindfolded.
So, we believe that's an actual blindfold.
Oh, wow, you're going to be cynical about
I'm a
this?
truther. I'm a child sports accomplishment video truther.
Wow, so you think that that's a see-through blindfold?
Yes.
It might be. I mean, that's probably true. That's probably a sham, and yet the skills are still impressive. Yes, they would have been impressive even if he hadn't been wearing a blindfold.
Well, I'm not even sure that he can take this girl.
Oh, let's see. What do we got?
Whoa!
Oh, yeah. That's
That is a J.J. Watt level of wilderness survivalism that she is displaying.
yes, this child in Siberia, in the wilderness.
With that very unimpressed dog.
That's a wolf. That is a wolf, my friend. That is not a dog. That is the wilderness.
Whoa!
And there it is. And she breaks the wood.
Do you question whether this should be a sport?
All we know is that this video comes to us from China.
Oh, okay. Should this be a sport?
Okay.
Yes, Transformers. Fight.
Bulldozer fighting?
Yes, bulldozer fighting.
And
Yes, here it is.
no.
Yes, that should be a sport. Yes.
I would pay for a subscription-based web streaming television show premised on bulldozer fighting.
Yeah,
in
3
China.
bulldozers, and there we have a knockout situation, and that one bulldozer is rising up on its hind wheels to celebrate its triumph.
Down goes
Whoa!
Caterpillar.
Wait, reinforcements are coming. That's not a bulldozer. That's just some sort of
More
cabbage.
bulldozers!
Yes. There was a
More! Teach that bulldozer a lesson!
What's that human doing there?
Is he trying to commandeer the bulldozer?
Oh wow, that guy's leaving the one that fell over and trying to get in this one. And then of course there's the bulldozer carnage. I think we've seen enough of that sport, right? That was fun the way that it was. We don't really need to see any more of that.
That was perfect.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Grab your 4. Let's get key. I got 5 on it. Messing with that. I got 5 on it. It got me stuck and I'm towed back. I got 5 on it. Pana. Let's go half on a sack. Coming up next on my son's TV show. TV show is brought to you by Smith & Forge Hard Cider. Cider the way it's supposed to taste. Joining us at the beach today is Baron Davis.
Point guard, 2-time All-Star. He's got a new movie, The Drew, premiering on Showtime on April 29th. Let's talk to Baron. Baron, you produced a documentary about the Crips and the Bloods. You have told the story before of dodging bullets in the middle of a game. Take us through the details of that day where you're talking about actually dodging bullets on a court.
You know, just me and a couple friends was playing basketball at the elementary, and some rival gangs got into it, and we were like in the middle of the crossfire, and you know, we had to run off the court, hide behind the buildings while they were having a shootout.
You say that pretty matter-of-factly. Yeah,
I mean, it happened. I survived. I mean, that's the thing, is that, you know, I survived, and we all survived, but it wasn't like, you know, not that it happened often, but it happened enough to where, you know, you knew what to do. And, you know, when you're a kid, you really shouldn't be put in that situation.
Give us your best, worst Donald Sterling story. Like, you have to have a bunch of them, but, he was heckling you during games. He called you the devil, I think. Did he call you the devil? He called you the
Yeah, he
devil.
called me the devil. He called me the He asked me why was I shooting the ball, all kind of stuff. I would say the funniest story was the time we were in the locker room and, you know, a bunch of like 50, 60-year-old ladies walked in with him, and, you know, they were basically waiting for everybody to get in and out the shower so they can get a sneak peek. And he was like, wait for that guy, wait for that guy.
Yeah, that's
How's that?
Seems like an HR violation.
Yes, that does sound like you got to go complain to Human Resources.
Yeah, it sounds like a
on
big
that one.
lawsuit, right? That sounds
Yeah.
like a big lawsuit.
Do you remember the first time you were sort of shocked by Donald Sterling behavior, where you were like, wait a minute, owners don't behave like that. That's not normal. What is that?
You know, I just remember my first day after my press conference, you know, the head of communications coming up and saying, hey, man, whatever he said to you, just ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's going to offend you. He's going to say some things that, you know, is going to make you upset. Just ignore him. And I was like, okay, that's...
Welcome to L.A.
Yeah. That's cool.
He's going to offend you.
Yeah.
Just ignore him.
Yeah.
It's my introductory press conference.
Yeah, he's going to say some things that make you want to kill him, but, you know, don't worry about it. It'll be all right.
What one person, if you can only pick one outside of yourself, was most responsible for your success?
I would say my grandmother, just because, her prayers and her well wishes and, just knowing that I had, someone in my life that I could trust. I wanted to transfer. I was at a private school, my sophomore year, and I wanted to transfer and go back and stay in my neighborhood and go to the public school. And, I was pretty much checked out and I was going to check in this public school. And, at the last minute, she never signed the papers. And I remember I would be very, very mad at her, like, every day. And then I figured it out, once I graduated from Crossroads, what a great opportunity it was and how she kind of stopped me from going in the wrong direction.
There's another high school question with you, which is you went to school with Kate Hudson, yes?
Yes.
And so was she a person of interest in high school for you? How does this work?
No,
Look how he leaves that
friends.
open. Anything? You got anything for us on
Question. This is journalism, Baron Davis.
Anything on Kate
Man, I have
Hudson?
nothing. With that sweater, I have nothing.
Hey!
Wow.
You get
He's
nothing with
lashing
that
out at the
sweater, man.
sweater. He doesn't want
Not in
I am very
Miami. You
cool
can't have
in
that
Brooklyn.
sweater in Miami, so you get
I'm very
nothing.
cool in Brooklyn, Baron Davis. You may
Where's
not realize
Pops,
this.
man?
All right, let's bring Pops in here. He's tired of us.
Pops, get this
All right,
kid out of
he's
here.
tired of the
Pops.
sweater. I don't
tired.
blame you. Let's go. Let's move the cameras here. Where's Pops? That is the most polite way ever for you guys to go
got a
bleep
question.
yourselves. I am done
Yeah,
with
I know
this
we got a
interview.
question. I got a
All right, my father's got a question. Where's Pops?
You don't want to talk to these guys
No, I
anymore,
don't
eh?
blame you.
No, I want to
don't
talk
blame
to you, Pops.
I don't blame
You my man.
Well, you're one of our 52 viewers. We only
Yes.
got about 52 viewers, so you want them.
That's all right. There's
What do you
about
got
8 of
for
us in the gym, Pops, so you good.
Go ahead, Poppy.
Hey, Baron, what is the craziest thing you bought with your NBA money when you were a rookie?
Oh, nice.
When I was a rookie.
You were careful, but not maybe at the beginning you weren't.
I actually bought some property on the moon.
There you go.
You bought some.
Okay, good. That's good. That's good. No, he's left us with a good story.
You have
There
to
it is.
do better than
It's
that.
for sale now. It's for sale now.
Real estate on the moon.
You got a good return on your money.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Wait before you do.
You want to buy some property?
Yeah, why not?
The moon
Your
will be
son's
gentrified.
rich. Your son's rich. He can buy it.
See you later.
I got this bowl of fruit here.
Okay, look, he's not offering very much. See you later, Baron.
See you,
Thank
Byron.
you, guys. Thank
Thanks
you.
for the support.
I'm pretty sure he's
Gracias.
calling you Byron. I'm not sure, but I think he is.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all
You
right.
know what I mean. You know what I mean.
You know your name.
Yeah.
Time to play the game that got 99 problems, but this ain't one of them. See? Or no?
Did he just call me a
On Fox Sports Southwest, Astros and Rangers.
No, thank you, but we'll take you to last night's game. You know, Beltre can be kind of surly and moody, and he also seems fun. And Elvis Andrus hits a ball that could have been a home run, but wasn't quite a home run, and he kind of thinks it's a home run. But what would he know about home runs? He doesn't have any this year, even though he's hitting 375. And we're going to go to the dugout here, and, yeah, this is what Beltre is telling him to run. And then when he gets to the dugout after scoring, Beltre continues to brood. Yeah, there it is. That's funny. Just staring at him. Seething stare of death. Yes, excellent. Still staring at him. Yeah, that's, yeah, I'm not shaking your hand. Oh, and wow, those were curse words in Spanish that we're not allowed to air. Pablo, are you intrigued?
See, because I think Adrian Beltre is parodying the Brian McCains of the world, right? He wasn't serious about that. That was all tongue-in-cheek, so yes.
I think so, in that his tongue was in his mouth, near his cheek, but I think he might have been angry. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. But listen, what was Prince Fielder doing in that clip?
What was Prince Fielder doing in that clip?
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's good,
Why?
Poppy. That's nice. Yes, Prince Fielder getting in there to get
Nuzzle.
full scent of Beltre.
All those Beltre pheromones
That is
right
a
into his
great
nostrils.
question by my father. What?
can try with
no,
me.
thank you.
Go ahead. Take a sniff.
Yeah, I appreciate the offer. No, thank you. Thank you. Smells like old man.
I'll try with you.
No, okay, great. Great. All right, there it is. Yeah, right. I mean, what are we doing?
On Discovery tonight, Deadliest Catch.
Oh, I'll always stop on this. I'll get sucked in every time on this. But let's see. We got a clip.
Watch what I'm said. You know what to do. Don't up.
I'm already in on the Santa Claus type figure.
Oh, I thought that was Rob Ryan.
And do not fall asleep.
No, never. Never.
Oh, that guy's gonna fall asleep, right? Yeah, of course
He
he's
is.
gonna fall asleep.
Gives off a vibe of intense sleepiness.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. That is sleeping. Rob Ryan is going to be so mad when he comes back in here. Oh, no. Did he take them into treacherous waters because he fell asleep?
Yeah, what is the biggest downside to falling asleep captaining a Deadliest Catch vessel?
What do you mean?
Is he
You
sleepwalking?
How much time's on the wall? What are you doing, man? Get out of here. What's going
He's
on?
sleepwalking.
Have fun, watch. What's going on? What the hell are you doing? Sleepwalking.
Wow, sleepwalking. That is a bad place. Yeah.
Well, if you're sleepwalking, it tells me you're sleeping.
Yes? Yeah, well, there you go. Detective Rob Ryan cracked the case. If you're sleepwalking, that tells me you're sleeping. Yes. Pablo, are you intrigued?
No, as much as we make fun of the NFL's draft process, background checking, isn't that a thing you test for in the Deadliest Catch crew? Does this guy sleepwalk at night? Shouldn't that be a question?
Yeah, it seems kind of important. Poppy, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm going to listen, Rob Ryan, you're not doing your job. You know what you got to do with that kid. You got to throw him overboard. This is your ship. You can't allow that kid to screw you up like that, you know? You got to get tough, Rob.
I mean, okay, that seems like that might be a crime.
Straight
of
up
some
murdering
sort.
someone?
Yes, that seems a very extreme offense.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Pablo's back tomorrow and the rest of the week. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Gracias. See you mañana.
Kids these days.
Wow, look at that. No respect.
If there's anyone that I thought would sympathize with my